Hello FD squad and welcome back to Hot Takes. I say welcome back. It's a new strand now, all on its own, and we start with the hairiest possible addition, McCubbin, Van Straten.
Yes.
We could get Doogie and that would make it hairier.
We'll make it much less hairier on the top of this.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Rinsed bald.
Yeah.
40
Sorry,
owner.
mate. Sunderland.
What are we going to do today, McCubs?
Well, ahead of United Arsenal tomorrow, we're going to, shoot the shit over your hot takes. And maybe some of them will even be Arsenal United themed, who knows? Let's take it away and enjoy. So this first one comes from Abu and he says, Ronald Koeman is the perfect Wenger replacement, while Connor Simmons reckons Brendan Rodgers is the best option for Arsenal manager. What do you make of this, Pat? What do you make of this?
Oh, it's brutal.
Spicy.
They're intriguingly equally terrible, almost. I don't know, I think Brendan Rodgers is a better manager than Koeman, but Ronald Koeman, you know what? Arsenal have no wingers and they have a striker who's 5'9". I'm not sure that a crossing manager is necessarily the guy you want to bring in. Brendan Rodgers is basically just a Wenger with worse teeth and just a less likeable personality. So I don't know, is he going to fix the defence? No. Is he going to make the attack better? Probably not. Is he going to make press conferences more annoying? Yes. Brendan Rodgers, mate. He's the worst.
What about Van Gaal and Brendan Rodgers together?
What, Van Gaal to fix the defence, Brendan Rodgers to fix the teeth. Yeah. Bang.
Perfect.
Liam Stewart says, Jose, I assume he means Mourinho, has done nothing impressive in the Premier League ever.
Wow.
Have it. How'd you like them apples?
That is crazy, isn't it? You're an idiot. Obviously, Jose Mourinho has had a few downs, but come on, I would say Jose Mourinho is easily the third most impressive manager in Premier League history.
The third most impressive.
After Ferguson and Wenger, obviously. I can't even name anyone else who's been anywhere near as impressive.
Allardyce.
Allardyce, you know what?
I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
No, shout out to Allardyce, because who was I talking to? Someone was talking to me. I know, Fernando Hierro. And he says that Sam Allardyce is one of the greatest people he's ever worked with. So shout out to Allardyce there. A little bit of a tangent. But to round things off, I'm sure you'll agree, Pat, despite, hating him, that Mourinho has definitely done a few impressive things.
His first season, Chelsea conceded 15 goals. They set the points record that still stands, 95 points. That's pretty good. They were up against a pretty good Man United side who were on the wane a bit, and against Arsenal who'd just been invincibles. I'd say that's impressive, but he's mostly impressive for being a
So this one comes in from @HenryMUFC97. He says, Pep Guardiola is Van Gaal with better footballers. I don't know where to start with this one, really. First of all, you're clearly a United fan. Why are you sending me things about Pep Guardiola? Let's stop looking over the Etihad and focus on what's going on with us. You're not, are you? You're looking over the Etihad, trying to slag off Pep Guardiola, comparing him to a former United manager who I could not give a about anymore. Gonna have to answer this, aren't I? Pep Guardiola is Van Gaal with better footballers? Obviously not. Have you seen how Man City have played this season? Unbelievable. Did you see how United played under Van Gaal? Yeah, we were pretty uninspiring to say the least, weren't we? What was it, 49 goals we got in 2015-16? Obviously, Van Gaal used to be an amazing manager. There is a little bit of a link there. He was Barca captain when Van Gaal was manager. So, obviously, there's similarities between the two, but right now, no comparison.
Ollie @Ollie Donahue says, Michael Owen is the worst player to ever win the Ballon d'Or. # never over 20 league goals. Interesting, split an infinitive in the question, already mad. I agree with this. Look, some people might say Fabio Cannavaro or Matthias Sammer because defenders, it's kind of a bit ridiculous to credit one defender with the success of a team, but it's clearly Michael Owen. The season he won the Ballon d'Or 2001, he won it in between Luis Figo and Ronaldo. He got 16 in the league that year. He got 24 in 46 in all competitions. I don't really get it. I think the reason he probably won was because that year, the European Golden Boot was won by Henrik Larsson, and I think they just felt like they couldn't give the Ballon d'Or to someone who played for Celtic. Owen went on to win one league title as a bench rider at Man United. He never won the Champions League, obviously never won an international trophy. Generally has gone down as a fairly good striker in Premier League history. I couldn't agree more, Ollie. rinsed him out, the little bitch. Lewis says John Terry, and I'm sorry to use his name, John Terry is the best Premier League player since Henry. See, I like that this makes it sound like John Terry has just burst onto the scene as a young, up-and-coming boy.
He's not. He's been at
ready
it for
to
ages.
cuck teammates left and right and cuck Arsene Wenger and cuck Ferguson.
It's horrible. So horrible. I think it's difficult because I think I would put John Terry in my back line of like all-time Premier League, but to say that he's the best since Henry, it's hard. Like, they played at the same time.
Yeah.
There have been plenty of like unreal players since Henry retired, left Arsenal.
Cristiano Ronaldo, he was good.
Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo was decent, wasn't he?
Good at
As
football.
was Suarez and Aguero and...
Yeah, let's leave that. Let's move on. Andreas Grieve or Graver or whatever, he says Rooney is the second best striker in Prem history behind Henry. Wow. Wowzer. I mean, I think that we're both pretty big Rooney fans.
Yeah.
But that's blisteringly hot. That's surface of the sun.
I really like that. I really like that take. I don't necessarily
God.
wholeheartedly agree with it, but it's a good argument to have. As a striker, maybe not, but as an overall good bloke, you know,
as a
well-rounded
geezer.
guy, as a great geezer, you know. Yeah, definitely.
Let me throw some names at you, and you tell me whether they're better than Rooney. All right? Drogba. Just a yes, no.
No.
Correct answer. Alan Shearer. Ooh.
Difficult. I'm going to say no. As an all-round
Whoa!
attacker, I'm going to say Rooney's
Yeah,
better.
but as a striker.
This is the caveat. This is the caveat. But like, yeah, as an all-round attacker, I'd say Rooney's better. As a number 9, obviously Shearer's better.
Agreed. Harold Kane.
Harold Kane, no, Rooney's better.
Rinsed. Look, if it weren't for Shearer, I mean, Shearer is like the Gretzky of the Premier League. Yeah. Like, he just scored relentlessly, and I'd argue actually as a number 9 that like Rooney at his peak as a number 9 was probably not as good at playing that position as say Aguero is. But in terms of who would I rather have in my squad, I agree. I would rather have Rooney.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of that, but thanks for hot take because it got us discussing. What do you reckon, Pat? Who is your second best?
Oh, I don't know. Like, second best striker, I'm not sure I necessarily say Henry is first. Like, Henry was, as a pure striker, I think Shearer is about as good as it gets. Henry was like a new breed of striker where he was like playing deeper. I don't know. God, but also as a pure striker, Van Nistelrooy was outrageous.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think it goes Henry, Shearer, Rooney.
This one comes from LMAO Abu, and he says United and Arsenal are the 2 weakest teams in the top 6.
Agree.
You agree with this, don't you?
Agree.
I quite strongly disagree. Obviously, Arsenal are probably the worst in the top 6, but I'd say United are comfortably in the top 4. Comfortably. The points suggest so, mate. We're about 15 points above Chelsea. That is no fluke. I know you like to think that, you know, huge points differences are, you know, bullshit, but I would to agree. We're as far ahead of Chelsea as City are above United.
If you're better than Chelsea, it's not by a lot. It's Man United are quite bad. I'm sick of people basically looking at how few goals they've conceded this season and saying that Mourinho's done what Mourinho always does and built a solid defence. He's built a terrible defence with the greatest goalkeeper I've ever seen behind it. Like, this is the best goalkeeping season I've ever seen. It's absolutely outrageous. Mourinho did a better job last season than he's done this season, but somehow he's going to end up having a quote-unquote better season this year. If we're saying weakest teams, like as in which team do I expect to like play at the worst level in the top 6, then I say Arsenal, and then I'm between Chelsea and United, I think.
Spicy. Anyway. I'm going to say strength and depth. United have a lot of it. Great subs bench, and can't say that for many of the other top
Great
6
subs bench?
Yeah, great subs bench.
Oh, whatever. Just because you got thirsty.
So that's the end of the first ever standalone hot takes. What a time to be alive. If you want to get your hot takes in for next week, obviously get them down below and on Twitter. Handles on screen right now. And very quickly before we move on, Pat, prediction for tomorrow.
Man United 3, Arsenal 1. Ooh. What do you reckon?
I think 3-0 to United.
Yeah. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, then head over to Euro Football Daily and check out a new episode of Stat Wars where I take on Chris Hamill, and follow my cat on Instagram at Sushi Russian Blue. Enjoy. Bye. I enjoyed Lost about as much as I enjoy watching Man United play.
I only watched Lost once. There was just that fat guy on there, wasn't there? Who was like, "How are you fat?"
Yeah, I know, right? Because he was like living on the island eating berries, and he was just like, "I'll eat your baby."
Actually, do that again because I was scratching my balls when you said that.
Okay, cool.